say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I will now present platform special guests. And please hold your applause until all are presented. We have with us today Mr. Rene Vela. He's the alumni from the very first class that graduated here back in 1996. Mr. Blake Pensler. He is the current president of the UTRGV PA Society, also an alumni. We have a couple of special guests out in the audience as well, very strong supporters of the PA program that I would like to recognize at this time. Dr. Bose. Our final alumni is not able to be here today with us because he is out in the hospital waiting for his first newborn arrival. And that is Mr. Benny Lopez. And so with that, Mr. Benny Lopez will have a video presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank Mr. Ambriz and the faculty for inviting me to be here today to talk about my journey about being a PA student to becoming a working healthcare professional. But let me back up a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Ambriz, for building this program and for accepting my application into this noble profession. Mr. Ambriz, you and the faculty and this university have changed my life and my family's lives. And for this, I am eternally grateful. You see, my family and I were agriculture workers. We worked hoeing fields in the hot sun for 9 hours a day. It was tiring and strenuous work. In the summers, we would migrate north to do the same type of work, and we would live in migrant camps. Medical care was not easy to find for my family or for the other Spanish-speaking workers. It was difficult to find healthcare providers who spoke or understood Spanish. Being bilingual, I was willing to help all those that I could, but there were times that my mother had to go alone and just hope she was being accurately understood. One of those days, working in the hot sun, I decided I wanted more for my life than a field worker. I told my parents I wanted to work in healthcare. They were so happy to hear my decision and said it would not be easy, but they were going to be there to support me every step of the way. I enrolled in a high school program for medical assistant and did training at a local pediatric clinic that ended up hiring me. I was inspired and mentored by the doctors and PAs at the clinic. And it wasn't long before I knew I had found my next challenge. I was going to apply to PA school. I enrolled at this university, worked full-time, and applied successfully to this program, and it changed my life. I received a first-class physician assistant education from dedicated, brilliant faculty and preceptors. I am so appreciative of all of their time and effort. Today, I am one of only 2 physician assistants in the Rio Grande Valley with a board certification in advanced diabetes management. I love going to work every day at Guajira Family Clinic with Dr. Griego and my fellow PAs. We see primarily Hispanic patients with diabetes. You can't imagine how rewarding it feels to make a difference for so many patients. I help them understand their illnesses, their importance of following the treatment plan that I prescribe, and ultimately to help them improve their quality of life. My success has inspired my family. My siblings now know that they can achieve their dreams. Speaking of dreams, due to this program, I met my wonderful wife. We struggled through the rigors of the program together, and today we are both honored to have privilege to serve the Rio Grande Valley community as physician assistants. Unfortunately, yet gratefully, I am not able to be with you today as we are scheduled to give birth to our first child. Thank you for allowing me to share my journey with you today. To the incoming class, I wish you success. I want to assure you that it will not be easy. You will spend endless hours in class, long nights studying, and will experience exhaustion, both mentally and physically. However, know that every struggle you face will be worth it at the end, especially when you get that certification. I wish you nothing but the best. God bless. Thank you.
Let me next help me in acknowledging and introducing our distinguished platform guest, Dr. Michael Lecker, Dean of the College of Health Professions. Dr. John Krause, Executive Vice President, Division of Health Affairs, and the Dean of the School of Medicine here at UTRGV. Dr. Lecker is the founding Dean of the College of Health Professions. He is a professor of microbiology with the Department of Health and Biomedical Science here at UTRGV. Dr. Lecker has over 15 years of teaching and research experience, both at the graduate and undergraduate level. Mostly at majority of his time had been at Hispanic institutions. He remains active in research laboratory. Furthermore, he played a vital role as a co-director of several initiatives, A-Prime, RIME, and the Bridge to the Doctoral Programs, and is currently developing many new health programs for the College of Health Professions, with the goal to have increased participation of the Lower Rio Grande Valley students in the medical and biomedical fields, as well as to increase the effectiveness of pre-medical and biomedical education. Dr. Lecker received his undergraduate and master's degree from the University of Texas, El Paso. He received his PhD in microbiology from the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio. Please help me in welcoming our Dean of the UTRGV College of Health Professions, Dr. Michael Lecker.
Dr. John Krause, Executive Vice President, Dean of the School of Medicine. Mr. Frank Ambrose, Chair of the PA Department. Honored guests, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to this year's White Coat Ceremony and the 25th anniversary of the UTRGV PA program. It is so wonderful to see you all here, our university leadership, faculty, students, staff, partners, and supporters in this room to share this special event. Thank you for taking the time to be here today. First, I'd like to express my heartfelt congratulations to the faculty and staff on the 25th anniversary of the PA program. It was their work, with the support of our university leadership, that has propelled the PA program from its beginning as an extension program to a nationally recognized program of academic and clinical excellence. I know an outstanding and recognized educational degree program is not easy to build overnight. It was only possible through the hard work and selfless devotion of many, many people over the last 25 years. Thank you all. I was not present when the program was started, when it was a little baby. When it started their wild teenage years. I wasn't there, but I've heard stories. But I had the privilege to see the program enter full adulthood. And in adulthood, it flexed its wings, dreaming of an even brighter future, powerfully moving forward, building on the history of academic achievements. Their effort has handsomely paid off by providing our students with a rich and stimulating educational environment, an expansion of this program to 100 entering students. Today, UT-RGV PA graduates are eagerly thought by employees throughout the Valley and the nation. And many are practicing today throughout our communities, providing much needed health care in South Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Second, I'd like to congratulate all our new students who will be white-coated today. Your efforts and outstanding achievements have earned you a spot in this class. I wish I could tell you that you have arrived and that you can relax. But sorry, the next 3 years will be tough. You will have to test over and over again. You will have to prove yourself over and over again on your journey to become a professional, to become a PA, to become a physician assistant. It will not be easy, but you will be joining a large family in the College of Health Professions, of whom are here to support you, to make you successful. At the College of Health Professions, we believe in the best of caring, the best of science, and the best of teaching, in service of healing, rehabilitation, and promotion of health and well-being, so that we may all change lives in our communities for the better. Let that sink in for a little bit. I will repeat it for you one more time because this is very important. The College of Health Professions stands for the best of caring, the best of science, and the best of teaching in service of healing, rehabilitation, and promotion of health and well-being, so that we may change lives in our communities for the better. So what does that mean? What does it mean, the best in caring? The best in caring means that we not only use our knowledge and our skills to treat a disease or a medical condition, but that we will treat our patients with respect and dignity and the knowledge that they came to us for help while being in pain, vulnerable, anxious, and possibly fearful. That we will do our utmost to treat our patients not only the way we would like to be treated, but how they would like to be treated. That we stand up and advocate for those who cannot advocate for themselves. That's our duty. That we not only mend a broken body, but that we mend the spirit as well, build resilience, and help our patients to live meaningful and fulfilling lives. What does it mean, the best of science? It means that you will practice optimal patient care, which includes in-depth background knowledge, physiological knowledge, awareness of available diagnostics and diagnostic tests and therapeutic interventions, that use effective search tools, critical appraisal skills, the ability to define and understand benefits, while integrating all of that knowledge was the ability to understand the patient's values and preferences when making a clinical decision. It also means that as a profession, we will contribute to the scientific knowledge base of the discipline to improve healthcare quality, patient outcomes, and costs. What does it mean, the best of teaching? It means that we enjoy and employ evidence-based pedagogies and appropriate technologies to provide you with a challenging and stimulating learning environment. It means that we will help you equip yourself with the ability to think intensively and critically, and to prepare you for your life, work, and citizenship ahead. It also means that we will use our abilities, knowledge, and skills to teach our communities, to teach our families, to teach our patients, to achieve better health and wellness outcomes. Finally, and that's very important, it also means that when you're asked to serve as mentors, as teachers, and as clinical preceptors for the next generation, it is a privilege and an honor to accept that call to duty. This is a tall order, but it's exactly what's needed to provide affordable and quality health care in the Rio Grande Valley. I know it's a tall order, but it's exactly what's needed to alleviate the human suffering and the financial burden associated with health inequities in the Rio Grande Valley. I know it's a tall order, but that's why we selected you, because we know that you will rise to that challenge. You are the future of healthcare in the Rio Grande Valley and beyond, and we all believe in you. Welcome to the PA program and the College of Health Professions. Again, congratulations to all, and thank you for your contributions to the PA program and taking the time to celebrate with us today. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Dr. John Krause. Dr. Krause graduated from the Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, received his PhD in clinical psychology from the University of Rochester, New York. He earned his medical degree from Harvard Medical School in Boston, Massachusetts. He received a master's in business administration from Fox Business School at Temple in 2014. He completed his internship in surgery at Beth Israel Hospital and his residency training in otolaryngology and head and neck surgery at the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary, Harvard Medical School. He is board certified in otolaryngology, mispronounced that. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Gene Krause, Executive Vice President for Health Affairs and the Dean of the School of Medicine.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. First of all, I would like to send regrets from our president, Dr. Guy Bailey. He very much wanted to be here today, but got called away on an emergency just this afternoon. He wanted me to pass along to all of our students how proud he is of you, how proud he is of the physician assistant program here at UTRGV, which is really and truly one of our shining stars here. And he told me that he pledges to shake each and every one of your hands personally when you graduate in a few short years. So thank you for inviting me to spend this important milestone for our new physician assistant students, and for giving me the opportunity to say a few words to them, their friends, and their families today. This is a day of excitement and a day of celebration, and we are pleased to honor the members of our incoming class here as they begin their journey toward healthcare providers. The white coat ceremony marks a solemn day in which young student physician assistants pledge to uphold the highest ethical and moral standards as healthcare practitioners. in training and pledged to care for all patients, not only patients in positions of privilege or power, but to all those individuals without voices or means. Our students promise to uphold those lofty standards of professionalism which have characterized healers since the earliest days of civilization. The first formal white coat ceremony was held in 1993 at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons in New York. With the leadership and vision of medical educator and pediatric neurologist Dr. Arnold Gold, and under his careful guidance, Columbia established the first full white coat ceremony to induct its entering medical students into the profession and to instill in them the central role of patient care and humanism, and always holding the individual at the center of your decision making. As we reflect on why we have devoted a ceremony to the cloaking of students in white coats, I think some history would be relevant and informative. We currently take for granted that when you go to seek a health professional, you'll see them in a white coat. And this has been a tradition for many, many years. But in fact, if you look back in history, it's a relatively new development for healing professionals to wear white coats. In fact, it wasn't widely adopted until the early 20th century. In the decades preceding that, in the late 19th century, medicine and healthcare were much different in the United States. There were many people who claimed to be healers, and they practiced a wide range of medical arts, that many of which ranged on fraud and on charlatanism and on quackery and on procedures and practices that today we would not look at as being legitimate in any way. And there were schools that were started around the country where you could earn a degree and become a physician or a medical professional in as short as 3 months, be given a certificate, and there you went. And again, that is not what we do. As you heard Dr. Laker speak, we want you to practice evidence-based healthcare, value-based healthcare, healthcare that's based upon not only the best in terms of what you provide, but that's the most cost-effective and affordable as you provide that care. So, in that period of time, the people who wore white coats were the scientists, were the lab workers, especially in Europe. And at that time, the profession of healing said to the world, basically, we're going to wear white coats because we're going to base our practice on the scientists and on the evidence that guides our practice. Now, over that last period of years, the white coat has come to take on more symbolism than that. And the white coat now symbolizes humanism, and it symbolizes patient-centeredness. And it really comes to recognize that you cannot provide quality health care without being compassionate healers. And I think it's too easy to lose track of that in this time in which healthcare is so much based on technology and being distanced from patients. As you heard earlier, you're going to work harder than you ever have. I pledge that to you. You're going to be exhausted many days. You're going to work very, very, very hard. You're going to learn more information in the next several years than you ever thought you could. And you're going to become comfortable with a vocabulary that now would sound very foreign to you. You're going to learn how to gather information. You're going to learn how to make decisions. You're going to learn to listen more and speak less. In your role as healers, you will have the great privilege of being able to share intimate details of your patient's life, and only the way that a healer can. And in that unique and that very special relationship, unlike any other. And all of you here, the 100 of you here today, will become colleagues and friends for life. The white coat is the symbol that represents this privilege and this duty and this responsibility like no other. It reminds us every day of our sacred promise to provide care to all, to place the needs of our patients above those of ourselves, and to make decisions about our practices based primarily on, and not to make decisions based on our personal wealth, our status, or our prestige. So on this very special day, and with this very special celebration, I am honored and pleased to be here in wishing you well along your journeys. Along the way, as you go forth, think of a few words and hold these in your minds. Learn from each other. Learn from nurses and other healthcare professionals. But most important, learn from your patients. Let your patients be your teachers. Let them guide you and show you the way. Be kind to yourself first, so you can be kind to others. And always hold humanity and humility as unwavering values every day of your life. So, students, wear your white coats with pride and with the reminder of the professionalism and patient-centeredness that they represent. So on behalf of all of our health affairs faculty, the College of Health Professions, the Department of Physician Assistant Studies, and all of our colleagues, welcome to UTRGV. We're proud you're here, and we welcome you to your careers as physician assistants. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you, Dr. Krause, for those kind and moving and inspiring words that will guide our students in their educational journey. And next, privilege to be delivering the keynote remarks. And my theme is transformation and transition. And you've heard that this program has transpired and transformed a lot of lives. A couple of years ago, I was ready to retire, and I decided to stick around because we were getting the School of Medicine. And I can tell you that together we will be transforming the healthcare in the Valley. With that, let me just continue and tell you that this transformation will not only affect you as students, the 100 that we're going to close today, but it's going to transform your family, your community, and your practice. You will learn a lot of medical sciences that will propel you to your journey of medical education to make you a great healthcare provider. As a physician assistant, you will earn up to 3 times the average family household of 4 here in Hidalgo County. Your beginning salaries will be 3 times fold that of a household, a family of 4 in Hidalgo County. That's transformation. You will earn twice as much as the average income family of 4 in Texas and in the United States. That puts you way up there in economic factor. This economic impact will bring a lot to your community. It will make a substantial difference to your immediate family. I would like to mention a few of our stories that we have with the program that have helped in that transformation. Melissa was a young single parent raising her 5-year-old. She was on welfare. She was accepted into our program. She finished the program and is now practicing, earning a living. She's out of the welfare system. She's now able to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. She was able to get off welfare. JR, I first met him, he was selling tacos as an undergraduate to make his tuition payments. And when I asked him what his major was, he says, I want to be a PA. He applied, got into our program. In his second year, we learned that he was going to his clinical rotations by hitching a ride or getting in a bus and going to the next town where the clinic was. He did not ask for a handout. He did not want his classmates to know. What we found out was that he was living in La Colonia with his parents. No electricity for 3 months because they had been behind on their electric payment. When we found out, we asked him to apply for a scholarship. That scholarship was made possible by our local medical community that contributes for scholarships in our program. He finished the program. His first job, he earned $80,000. Unheard of in his family. Transformation. My last story is another young lady, mother of 3, single parent, divorced, no spousal support. I remember the day she called in to my office, said, "Mr. Ambriz, I'm not going to be able to make it to your first class. I don't have transportation. I haven't made my car payment in the last 3 months. And as I'm getting my children ready for school, they're towing my car away." So as I'm headed to class, she gets right in front of me and opens the door and says, "I made it to class." I said, "How did you get here?" "The repo guy gave me a ride." We're very generous for the donors that help contribute to the success and completion of the program for our students. In the last story, the 3 children that she was raising, the oldest one has now completed college and the other 2 are in college. What a transformation. The UTRGV PA program will continue to transform individuals and their families and their communities and the world. Today, you will receive your white coat. You are a chosen few of the very many that apply to the program. Over 1,400 in your application pool. You have achieved outstanding academic performance that got you here to earn a spot in this class. You will now embark in a journey that will transition you to become a professional. You will have a professional career. You will be guided by the brilliant and dedicated faculty that we have. They will help you in developing your professional identity throughout the program. Your education here in the PA program is a journey but not a destination. The white coat is a symbol of professionalism and your identity. The faculty, again, they will help you, they will guide you to form that professional identity. That will be symbolized by the white coat. During the journey, you will learn a lot of medicine, a lot of medical science. You will be taught a lot of clinical skills. You will learn how to take care of many conditions. You'll learn how to take care of congestive heart failure. You will learn how to take care of seizures. You will learn how to take care of atrial fib. But most of all, we will hope that you will learn how to take care of patients. And that's a holistic approach. Dedicate your next 28 months of the program. The rewards will be later. After today, you will no longer be a graduate student. You will be held to a higher standard. You will have a lot of responsibility. We will prepare you. We will prepare you to be able to take care at the utmost to your patients. As Benny Lopez has said in this video, it is a privilege to serve patients. When you put on your white coat today, you will also have the patch of the PA program in the College of Health Professions. You will represent not only the program, you will represent the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, and your profession. Wear your white coat with pride. Keep it clean. Get a spare one if you get it dirty. Be proud. Remember that this is a privilege, being inducted into the physician assistant profession. Remember that you're a chosen few. It's not easy being a PA. PA is not for everyone. At this point, I would like to ask Lisa Kuhn, our Assistant Program Director, to introduce our faculty.
Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Kuhn. I'm the Assistant Program Director for the Physician Assistant Program. I will now introduce the faculty members who serve our department. Please hold your applause until they are all presented. First is Dr. Audrey Jones. She is our Medical Director and our Clinical Coordinator. Next is Wilma Mealer, our Didactic Coordinator. Next is Mr. Christopher Dennett. He is our Admissions Coordinator. Then we have Dr. Basant Abdelberry, Hilda Baeza, Martin Ekamu, Mohammed Faruqi, Keith Joseph, John Kuiper, Lisa Longoria, Diana Paz, Susan Simmons, Angie Urbina, and Paul Ye.
I will now ask the faculty to take their place on the stage to commence the cloaking of our students.
Christina Bell. Jesse Alfiero. Julia Andrade. Carlos Arellano. Jacqueline Arellano.
No, you're okay, you're okay. Okay.
Sarah Barlow.
Wait, here we go. Look at me. 1, 2. Okay.
Luis Barrera.
Welcome to Best of luck. Thank you.
Elaine Barron.
Congratulations. Thank you. Wait a minute first. Yep. 1, 2. Thank you. Very good. There you go.
Tuforowa Viriato.
Sure. Here we go. Here we go.
Adam Jeffrey Blanco. Bessie Buccelli. Carlos Buccelli. Isenia Cantu. Jennifer Cantu. Savannah Cárdenas. Hannah Carrillo. Adan Castro. Arel Cavazos.
What, two pictures? Yeah.
Aaron Chapman. Reina Chavarria. Adriana Chávez. Clarisa Chávez. Carlos Contreras. Ketsia Correa. Silvia Cuevas. Astrid de la Garza. Lexi Doan. Megan DeWitt. Joshua Eloriega. Denise Jeremy Escarreyes. Tanya Fabian. Paloma Flores. Melanie Gallego. Estela Garcia. John Garcia. Ricardo Garcia Jr. Dante Garza. Michael Gonzalez. Lynette Guerra. Meg Hansen. Kristen Hebert. Stephanie Hernandez. Mirta Hernández. Eva Hinojosa. Rachel Wong. Martín Olchin. Adriana Huerta.
Picture? Oh, picture. Okay.
Elizabeth Hurtado. Kenny Nguyen. Lindsay Jenkins. Matthew Jones. Amy Lee. Jonathan Lay. Ola Lee. Kayla Legg. Katie Lipscomb. Kristen Liu. Marco Martinez. Stephanie Martinez. Dylan McDonald. Alex Medrano. Charmaine Mohammed. Anna Morse. Karen Munoz. Kylie McBurn. Chase Newby. Sandra Wynn.
We're doing this signing. We are. There you go. Sir.
Miranda Noy. Catherine O'Brien. Leslie Ochoa. Christopher O'Connor. Adam Ortega. Selena Paras. Manish Patel. Brian Pavelka.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ashley Pettis. Priscilla Pettis. Tahira Kazim. Nee Rebecca Kwong. Verónica Reforz. Magdalena Ramirez. Stephanie Richardson. Cassie Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez. Azalia Rosales. Crystal Ruiz. Erica Ruiz.
Thank you.
Ian Casero. Christina Silva. Allison Smith. Angela Soto. Jessica Thomas. Jian Trang. Alejandra Urbano. Ashley Vasquez. Jose Vasquez. Justin Wendell. Mason Wright. Esther Yoon. Ku Fei Shuang.